in a small town down in Arkansas, where the river flows, there's a man with a passion that everybody knows.
Howdy, howdy, everybody. Welcome to HT's EDC, coming at you from the back patio. You guys know the wood pile. And where are you going, young lady? Sit. And everybody knows this pretty face. Huh? This is the Abs. She's out here keeping a watchful eye over all the proceedings this morning. Hope all you guys are doing well. I'm gonna show y'all one more. I got in on a recent horse trade, and now I have the full go-ahead to say this person's name. He's a good friend of mine, actually one of my closer neighbors in the community, a little to my north, and you guys know him as none other than Ozark Boy 417, and that is brother Jason. And he now does have these cool stickers, and I know he's sending them to a lot of people. He is a great channel, an upstart channel that is just killing it with content. You're doing an awesome job, buddy. But yeah, you need to go over there and support my guy and tell him HT sent you. And he is, like I said, he has now got a channel sticker, and he is sending these things out like hotcakes. If you want to get in on some of that action, hit him up, and on his YouTube channel, and I know he'll get you taken care of. But he is a great dude, and he is one that I have done some horse trading with. And the one I want to show you guys this morning is this guy right here. We have us a cool little Barlow. Go ahead and get this little ditty open. And this Barlow is a Camco. And Camco, see if I can get you all that tang stamp. What we got going there. Camco, maybe it'll be easier to do it this way. Camco USA kind of has the little arced Camco on it. But anyway, Camco was produced by good old Camillus. And you guys know I am a staunch Camillus fan. I think they make some of the best pocket knives, in my opinion, in U.S. manufacturing history. I love Camco, and folks, don't take my word for it, but let's see names like Buck Knives. You know I'm a fanboy of that one. Buck Knives, Remington, Case even had them do a few things. More Maker. The list goes on and on of some of the other major brands that have had good old Camillus make pocket knives for them. And Camco is a Camillus line from good old Camillus USA. And from what I'm understanding, there's kind of sketchy history on the Camco line from Camillus, but I do believe I have found out that they first came out in 1948. Was it 47 or 48? One of those two, 47 or 48, is the year that Camillus rolled out the Camco line. And you guys know that Camillus was in production all the way up to 2007 before they closed their doors for good which is a horrible, terrible thing because they were just an iconic American maker. By the way, history tells it that Camillus is the oldest, was the oldest USA knife company. Now, of course, that would be Case. Case opened in 02? The early 1900s, but actually Camillus had opened before that into the late 1800s. So had they still been in existence, they would have the distinction as the oldest current knife manufacturer, but they did actually open first. So while the doors were open, they had the distinction of saying they were the oldest American knife brand, and they are absolutely one of my favorites. And kind of take you for a quick tour of this thing. We have some, let's see, matter of fact, let's close this out for safety purposes. We have, and I don't know if that'll focus, but we have saw cut, and this is celluloid. There we go. I think that some of those are coming in, but we have the angled down saw cut solenoid handles on this. It's a polymer. It's a form of plastic, but they go by solenoid. I can't say it. They're saw cut plastic. Let's just do that. But it is a hard plastic. It is not. This is not cheap at all. This is kind of like, to me, the saw cut Delrin. It reminds me of the saw cut Delrin from good old Schrade and Old Timer. Has those same saw cut lines on them. Nice and hardy. Have no problem. Nice and thick too, if you can see those slabs of it. And like I said, these are not hollow. These are good and solid. And as far as blades, good old carbon steel. Take a look at that. We've got some nice teener spots on here. I'm probably going to actually carry this knife today, and you know, HT more than apt going to go in there and cut some strawberries for breakfast when I get done here, and see if we can get this teener sporting up a little more this morning. And we'll check out. We have a little pin, and as HT likes to call that, that is the broomstick pin. The little small, very narrow pin blades. Still a very effective blade. I do like to see them a little broader on my pin blades. Personal preference. Nothing wrong with these little guys. You can 100% pop this little guy out and open all your packages, envelopes, like I say, cut and tape, all that, all your small knife duty tasks. Leave this big blade folded down, folks, and use these guys. Use them. They're on the knife for a reason, and I know a lot of people just never even unfold the little secondary blades. Sharpen them up, get a good edge on them, and use those dudes. Cleaning out your fingernails. I know us guys do that. Sorry, we're men, we're gross. But yeah, cleaning out those nails, picking out a splinter, you name it. These little guys are effective little blades, and I use mine all the time. If I'm not slicing or doing a heavier task, this is the blade that's coming out. If I'm just opening stuff up in the kitchen or something, ripping open a new package or something, secondary blade. All day, every day. But as you can see on this guy, got some more teeners there. See the little gray spots on it? Very cool. And as far as dating this knife, that's another thing. I have looked and looked. They said the Camco line came out in the late 40s. Again, it was either 47 or 48. and I don't know what year Camillus discontinued this line. I don't know if Camco went all the way up to 2007 with them, from 48 all the way to 2007 when they closed. I just don't know, but I am sure as I can be to say 47 or 48. It was one of those years that the Camco line was introduced. When it discontinued, when Camillus stopped using it, Jimmy cracked corn, and I don't know. So anybody in the comments got more information on that, drop it in there. That would be cool to know. But yeah, looks like we have a steel elongated bolster here. That is not a cheap, it is a steel bolster as far as I can see. And like I say, nice hard celluloid, saw cut handles, just a good little knife. And let me show you, just barely right here's where I would be up on that knife. And I do, believe it or not, have a landing spot for that fourth finger. Go ahead and open the main blade. And this is how you would be using the knife. And I do have a flush pinky landing spot, just barely. Nothing coming out the back, as you can see. I am using up every bit of real estate I have. But hey, I'm on it. That's all that matters. And it's very nimble. Really starting to love these little Barlows. It is kind of my surrogate second favorite little knife now. You guys know what is numero uno, the good old canoe. Shout out to Dwayne for this. Anybody didn't see this yesterday, this was my buddy Dwayne. Has made this nice canoe for me that has been showing off all of my knives in the thumbnails. But the canoe is numero uno, HT's favorite smaller knife, but a close second, and one that is gaining traction that I am really liking. And I'm giving more run in my pocket and more pocket time is the good old Barlow. And I actually, one thing that I like about a Barlow is they're thicker. And when you got a small frame, a shorter framed, show the knife. When you have a shorter frame knife and you have larger hands, you need some help one way or the other. Obviously, it's not gonna be longer. You got what you got in length as far as landing spot. Again, as you can see, I'm just barely getting that fourth finger on there. But when it's thicker and it's more bulbous in hand, it's broader, it just feels better. That actually aids you in grip. If it was this short and it was super thin, I'll give you an example. Just about the same size is a bone-handled Soddy Jr. I love the look of them. You guys know I love bone, but the Soddy Juniors in bone are really thin, and they're a smaller length, overall length knife, and they just don't feel that great to me in hand. If I pick up a Soddy Junior, number one, I prefer the big boy, the full-size Soddy, all day, every day. But if I do gravitate and pick up a Soddy Junior, I like those. I like the synthetics. And why do I like the synthetics? They're thicker. Those beautiful, good-looking bone Soddy Juniors are way thinner, almost twice as. It's almost double thickness when you bump up to the like the synthetics. The synthetic covers on the Soddy Juniors are way thicker, and that just helps. It gives you more just it gives you more of a bite in hand. It's one of those, if you know, you know. Makes sense in my head, but anyway, a lot of personal preference there anyway, but I'm just explaining why some of these littler knives are getting the appeal to me that they are. And as far as a Barlow, it's definitely not, you know, overall length. They got just enough length, but they're a little thicker in hand. Matter of fact, I should have brought a Saudi Junior. I can almost bet you if I had these, you know, butt to butt here, if I had a Saudi Junior in synthetic right over here beside this, they're going to be darn near the same thickness, because they feel good in hand. And that extra thickness, look how thick those, we're just going to say plastic, solenoid, whatever, covers are on there. They are good and thick, and that aids in getting a good hand feel and good purchase on that knife. Anyway, beat that one to death. But anyway, yeah, got this from my good buddy Jason. Shout out to you, buddy. I am loving this thing. I'm fixing to throw it in the old MKM magnetic. Yes, I'm back to that. I carried a different slip yesterday, but I just can't shake this thing. I'm wearing shorts today, and this dadgum thing is just so convenient. I'm a creature of habit. What can I say? But anyway, I'm fixing to toss it in the old MKM, and we're going to get after it. And we're going to cut up some stuff and see if we can get some we got some nice little gray spots on here. We're going to see if we can get some of those schnozberries that Brother Richter talks about. So anyway, yeah, Camco USA, little piece of USA made history right here, folks. You like it, I love it. And what do you say, Abby? You love it? She loves it. I speak, Abby. Anyway, folks, got the lid off the old Joe, been letting it cool. It is time to get out here and enjoy this good, cool morning we got going on. 69 degrees when I checked the thermometer when I walked out here. Started running my mouth to you guys. It was actually 69. We're in the low 70s right here, right now. Ain't gonna stay that way much longer when this old sun gets up good, but we're gonna get to sipping on this cup of Joe and enjoy it while we can. We love you guys. You guys know what to do. You want to hit that like button for me. More important than that, drop me a comment. I love talking to you guys. That's what I do. You watch my videos, you know it's just like sitting on the porch with your uncle or something. We just chop it up, and I love doing that in the comments. Drop me those comments. You comment to me, I do my utmost to answer every comment. I'm human. You cut me, I'll bleed, so I can make a mistake. But if you go back into my history, one thing, and you look at my videos, if you've commented to me, I've commented to you 99.9% of the time. I love doing it. But anyway, tell somebody about the old ball guy that loves to run his mouth and show you these old vintage goodens. And we're gonna, what do you think? Yeah, Abby's already taking a break, so she is saying, Daddy, zip it up, get out of there. God bless you. We love you. HT out.
From a bar stool to that living room, Sunday morning in a church pew, in a deer stand or a hayfield, an interstate back to Nashville, a Chevrolet with the windows down, me and him